Welcome to the Resilience Pro by Orion digital platform. As you log in, the first thing you'll be asked is to put in your cell phone number and opt in or out of text messaging. The next thing you'll be asked is if you'd like to add your spouse. This will create an account and your spouse will receive an email inviting them to open their own account. These first few onboarding pop-ups are really just to explain the program and give you instructions on the first things to do, like take a questionnaire or assessment, tell you about the health library that's available, show you that there's personal goals you can customize to your own liking. A life coach is available to you and how you can schedule an appointment with them, and take a tutorial video just to understand how the program works. So when you first log in, the first thing you may want to do is simply take the Orion WellBeing Survey. This is a few questions, won't take you more than a few seconds, to ask you how you're doing today or the last few days in each of the 8 categories of well-being, like social, emotional, occupational, and simply click on the phase that best applies to how you're feeling and have been feeling for the last few days. Intellectual, physical well-being, nutritional well-being, personal environment, and financial. Click on the home button after you finish that and it'll take you back to the home page. And you'll now see a dashboard or a well-being score graph giving you an idea as to how you're doing currently in each of the 8 categories. Now you can easily take a look at your well-being tracker over time to see how have you been doing over the last few weeks, few months, or even years as you've been tracking your well-being scores. As you scroll down the page, you'll see that there's an opportunity to set goals in the program, and this is where you can actually track your progress on those goals and take a look at graphs representing how you're doing on those goals. If you click on the full profile over on the right, it'll take you to the personal information page. On this page, you can actually upload a picture of yourself. Now both you and your coach can see a picture of yourself on the portal. If you click on the home menu button up in the top left-hand corner, it'll take you through a number of things. For example, health promotion is a page full of challenges and activities that change over time that you might find interesting, and you can even earn points to receive or be a part of a raffle incentive. The message center is a place where you can communicate back and forth with your life coach, and you can even set a reminder to yourself where you'll get a message basically reminding you to do whatever you've set it up to remind you to do. Now there's a part of the portal where you can actually track various biometric measurements like your weight or your cholesterol or your glucose, and take a look at a graph over time as to how those have been going. Now on the personal information page, you can basically update your address and a number of things, but you can also interface with a fitness tracker. For example, in this case, you can sync up with your Fitbit. There's a wellness center where you can link to a website full of URAC accredited videos on almost every well-being or health content you can think about. Now we create a number of our own videos. In fact, we do a featured video all the time. This is one that we recently did on avoiding post-holiday debt bloat. There's also a library full of many webinars that have been done over the years. Would encourage you to take a look at those. You can search a particular topic, or you can take a look at some of the examples that we're showing you here. For example, here's overcoming stress and burnout. This was put on by a licensed mental health professional, Justin Olson. A few other examples of some of the webinars that are available. Here's conflict resolution, embracing the fear and conflict in life. Simply turn on the video and watch it right on the platform. Here's a few other examples. This is a mindfulness video done by Dr. Kaylin Babon, who happens to be one of the foremost primary care physicians who understands the importance of mindfulness and incorporates it as a part of her practice.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started with today's Wellness Wednesday. We'd like to welcome everybody.
Here's a webinar that was done on motivation. Lighting the fire within. Now, as we turn back to the main page of the what we call media TV, there's a host of various webinar videos, like this one's on yoga.
Hi, my name is Kristen. I'm a health coach with Orion, and today I will be guiding you through a prenatal yoga practice.
We can scroll down here and see that there's videos on Tabata, there's boot camp videos, there's flexibility videos. Here, let's show you an example of one of them.
Hi, my name is Caroline. I'm a health coach with Orion, and I'm also a flexibility specialist. Today what we're going to do is go over some of the equipment for flexibility. A lot of people don't think you need the equipment, but it's a lot easier to get into some of those stretches if your range of motion isn't quite there yet.
All right, so now that we've concluded the tour of some of the media TV options, let's take you on a quick tour of the assessment or Snapshot, which is a questionnaire about overall well-being and emotional health. This will give you a chance to score yourself in various areas like job satisfaction, sleep, coping status, social support, which will then create a report, which you then, based on the report that you receive, can actually participate in various goals you want to work on. You can work with your coach on some of those things, but it'll give you a reflection on how you're doing in a multitude of areas of overall mental wellness and well-being. Here's some questions on stress signals and feelings. This area is readiness for change. This will give you a sense as to how ready you are to change in various areas, whether it's physical well-being or emotional well-being or nutritional or social. When you're done, you'll get this nice report. And the report breaks down into various categories. Here's the category of stress and emotional health. So you get an overall score. There's also an area where you actually understand what your health age is and what it potentially could be. Now, if you click on other health resources and the Orion Snapshot Library, you'll get access to a host of lessons and educational courses based on the various topics that line up with the results of your snapshot. Now, here's some examples of some coping status lessons and education that you can take. It's somewhat interactive in that there's a lot of videos, there's content in terms of education. Most of the lessons are built through video so that it's both an audio and visual learning experience. Here's a lesson on alternative ways to meditate. Here's a section on happiness. We access information from the Mayo Clinic and other URAC accredited websites of good, solid, backed up content. Here's one on 10-minute yoga routine to boost your confidence. Now here's one on sleep. So if in your scores as you took your assessment, sleep is an area that you need to work on, this would be maybe an area you'd like to go to learn more about what you can do to improve in your sleep. Of course, if you have an addiction like tobacco and you'd like to stop, there's great content in this section on how to overcome various addictions like smoking. All right, so then to return to the the home page of Orion, simply click on the home, and it'll take you back to an area where now you may want to build some goals. It's very simple and easy to build any goal you want to work on, whether it's to decrease a bad habit or increase a good habit. And probably one of the most important things is to work with a coach. Here's a sample of some of our coaches and their bios, a little bit about their background. You can click on this by just clicking on the right side where it says Orion Coaches. All right, that concludes our tutorial. You can simply log out by clicking the log out on the right side.